Greetings, beloved beings of light. Hope you're having a most beautiful, blessed day. I have a very special transmission for you today. I'm going to try to keep this short so I can get this out to you today for this very special astrological event tomorrow. Today is the 16th, tomorrow on the 17th. We have a very special, powerful conjunction with Venus and Saturn. I'm going to explain here a little bit why this is so powerful, some things you may experience. So thank you all for joining me today. I have a very special friend with me today. If you saw the video a few days, a couple of weeks ago on ringing in the new earth, I talked about this head of the snake in south of South America from Chile into Antarctica. You can see it on Google Maps. It looks just like the head of a snake, like a boa constrictor, and then it leads into Antarctica with the trunk of the elephant. And I talked about how, to our Greek friends, the trunk up means good fortune, good luck. So later that day, this is just a synchronicity I wanted to share with you and our new friend here, Jade. That evening after I filmed that video, my sacred condor and I went to our father's and his wife's house, and they gifted me this special being, this ivory elephant, this jade elephant. It's green, and look at the trunk is up. Very special. You can see here on this blanket, I'm sitting on the trunk up. This is Ganesha. Ganesha is also Hindu god, remover of obstacles and to help us call in the abundance. So I'm going to transmit a special energy, a red phoenix energy to you today for this great awakening and to help call in our highest timeline. So this conjunction tomorrow is also going to assist in this. So we had this very powerful full moon a few days ago. The full wolf moon in Cancer, so that Cancerian energy. And in that special astrological event, the moon, La Luna, she occulted the Mars, the planet of fire. So the divine feminine and the divine masculine came together. She eclipsed. This is an occultation as the moon passed in front of Mars, the planet of fire. So Mars, to many of our traditions and lineages, symbolizes the masculine energy, the yang, in Taoist philosophy and Chinese philosophy, the yin and yang, the feminine, masculine. You see the moon in many cultures, many traditions, lineages. The moon symbolizes the waters or divine feminine, the goddess energies, and the Mars, the God energies, the masculine, divine masculine energies. So this was merging together. See my sacred condor and I, as you can see, let my hair flow freely today for this special event. I normally don't let it flow, but like the rays of the sun and the waters and the goddess energy flowing in, I figured, why not let it all flow today? My sacred condor, my goddess, usually puts braid in my hair just to keep it out of my way, and to keep it from getting all tangled up and whatnot. So also today I want to share with you something very, a healing art, very simple but very powerful art. As those of you that follow this channel know, I've trained with many masters of many lineages since I was 17 years old, over 33 years, and I'm now 51. So I trained over the years with several masters of Chinese medicine, acupuncture, herbology, and Moxabustion. So many people haven't heard of Moxabustion. Now, literally in the Chinese medicine, we say acupuncture and Moxabustion. Moxabustion is a very important part of Chinese medicine and healing. You see, I have these Moxie little tubes here. They're like little incense sticks. Now, Moxabustion is a burning. a burning of a very special herb, a very powerful herb in Chinese medicine called mugwort. Mugwort is used in many healing arts and practices in Asia and the East. So we put this, there's a little sticky part on the back. You can get these on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get these. And you put a point, like right here, I'd like to burn it on, called Hegu, Hegu, Union Valley is called. It's where the two tendons come together. If you fold your hand where this little crevice ends, you open your hand right where the two tendons come together. That's Hegu. Very powerful. It's a large intestine point, and you put that on this point. This is very good to, you could do acupressure or acupuncture. I always have my needles with me for different healings and that. But you put this on the point and you light it on fire like incense. You see it sticks, has a sticky part, but you have to be very careful because if it gets too close, it'll start burning you. So when you feel it heating up, you can see the smoke here coming up. It's a beautiful smell, almost like sage or sweetgrass. It's very powerful. And you can consume mugwort too in capsules. It's a cleanser too. It's a very powerful antioxidant. So you can see the burning, and it'll heat up. You see the fire, the heat. It pulls energy, and it lights up that acupuncture point. We have these ley lines, these meridians that flow through our body. This is large intestine meridian. Again, Hegu, very powerful. I like to burn there. Or Zunsan Li, stomach 36 on the leg. Confucius would burn Moxabustion on Zunsan Li every day because the stomach is the source. It's the hub of our health, our overall health and wellness. So it's very important. I have these little tweezers here that once it gets hot, I pull it off. This is one of the many healing arts I teach over on Patreon, so you can join us there, whitegoldeagle.com. Help us out. Help us continue bringing these teachings and daily transmissions to the world. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So as you feel it heating up, you don't want it to burn too low. I pull it off with the tweezers and put it in. I have the clam shell with me, the abalone shell. Then I burn sage and Palo Santo, holy wood, the wood of the saints, very sacred, powerful, shamanic. I can start feeling it heat up. So what I do, you have to spread these tweezers a little more to grab a hold of the base of this, and then it's still warm, the smoke, and then I put it over. There's powerful acupuncture points in the wrist too. So let's continue. Why I put this video out today is for this very special conjunction tomorrow. Many of you have heard about. On the 17th, we have Venus conjuncting and conjunction merging, coming together with the planet of Saturn. So what this is going to do, this is the merging of the feminine and the masculine, the yin with the yang. You see, my sacred Condor and I were holding the codes and the resonance of the prophecy of the eagle and the condor, which is the north merging with the south, the divine masculine with the divine feminine. This is divine union and Heros Gamos energies. As most of you know at this point, it's a Mayan prophecy. You see, we're holding the prophecy code of our ancestors and our lineages, the sacred ways, the path with heart, the Tao, and the truth. You see, you came here to this channel for truth, for gnosis, for knowledge, which I do my best to transmit to all of you every day. So let's continue with the Venus. You see, many of you know there was a transformation of these planets. You see, my sacred Condor, my goddess, and I, we come from 12D Venus, the highest dimensional physical manifestation from source 12D in our lineage and our ancestry. So we came into this realm to assist you, to assist Gaia, to assist humanity in this great awakening. So the Venus and Saturn, what this is going to do, this is going to bring the veils down. This is going to help our starseed, earth angelics, and our people, and actually humanity as a whole, to help with discernment. You see, as the veils, the masks are going to fall off. You see, this is going to start as a ripple through the universe. And it's going to be very intense for some and very subtle for others. It depends on where you are in your ascension process. You see, we're all in different places and different energies. We're dealing with different external and internal things. So this is going to reveal that which is hidden, the veils lifting, the masks falling off. You see, many of you are seeing this. You know, the dark ones, the false ones, and the various ones are being exposed in these final days, you know, through many things, through mainstream, more mainstream things, you know, like these political people that don't have humanity's best interests at heart. You know what I'm saying? You know, these nefarious beings, you know, in the political arena, in Hollywood, and these, you know, music industry, it's all being exposed right now. This is part of the great revelation, you know, so people can discern, you know, who has their back and who is nefarious in nature, you know, that is in conflict, that is causing problems in the world. We're here to resolve problems in the mind of Buddha. So this conjunction, we had the occultation. So the 19th, tomorrow, the 17th, Venus conjunct Saturn, you know, Saturnalia. So you see, we have in the Roman Empire, you know, they worship Saturn. The actual culture, the actual lands, they called Saturnalia. You see, the Romans was more like the military of Saturnalia. See, these words evolved over time. And what's left, you know, we have Italy, of course, but Romania, we say Romania. You know, I have many Romanian friends. One of my very close friends was born in Romania, close to Transylvania, you know, Transylvania. But we say Transylvania here in the West, you know. But the Roman, you know, the Romanian, you see my brother of the light, Jonel, we say Jonel, Mandresh or Boljanek, and the Romanian is Romania is what's left of this Roman Empire. And you see the Jews also worship the planet Saturn. You see, many don't know this, but Saturn, you know, that's why they worship on Saturday, you know, Saturn Day, Saturnalian worship. You know, the word El, like Elohim, El Shaddai, is Saturn's symbolism. You see, Jordan Maxwell did a great job of exposing this through his teachings and videos. Jonel and I, many years ago, 30 years ago, we were renting the Jordan Maxwell's VHS tapes from the library called The Naked Truth. You know, we're exposed, you know, like Israel, it's the three gods of Egypt. We say Israel, but Isis, Israel, Ra, Isis, the moon. That's why pagans, you know, worship on Moon Day. On Monday, they worship the moon. Christians, Ra, on the sun on Sunday. You know, it's sun, it's solar worship. And Jewish people worship Saturn on El Shaddai on Saturn Day. You see, so this power, and we all know that these energies, you know, the shadow side of Saturn, you know, the manipulation of rings, you know, the ring of truth got converted to the ring of ignorance, which was caused the fall from grace. So we're here to resolve and heal, you know, these false projections, these false programs that were laid over the truth, you know, just like these interference patterns of nefarious energies. You see, have false programs, false belief systems, false projections, and ignorance is laid over 5D. You see the Great Spirit several years back before I came to my Condor, because when I saw her, I knew we were in 5D. The second I saw her, I've known her for eternity. You know, when I saw her, it was like I got hit with a baseball bat in the chest. I couldn't believe my eyes because I knew she was only going to come if we won this war of light versus dark. And I still felt, in 2020, when we met, that there were many nefarious things, going on in this realm, which I'm not going to talk about here. You all know what they are. The scams that were perpetrated against humanity and the lies and propaganda. So I said, why, Great Spirit, if we're in 5D, why? I was in this powerful portal in nature. I said, why are we still experiencing this stupidity and insanity of ignorance and nonsense from the nefarious ones? Great Spirit froze me on spot, and she showed me that the interference pattern energetically, the holographic interference over 5D that was keeping humanity in these lower densities, these lower frequencies. And it became very clear that, that was part of our mission, was to come together, my sacred condor and I and all of you, is to resolve these things perfectly in the unborn mind of Buddha consciousness, which is pure awareness, your true nature. The Tao, it is the way, the I am presence that's here now. So this conjunction tomorrow, 17 and 19th, this weekend, we shift. The sun shifts signs from Capricorn into Aquarius, which is going to help with these Aquarian energies, this 5D new golden age of Aquarius. So many things are going to happen over the next week. It's going to be very intense, many shifting energies. And this conjunction tomorrow is going to start as a subtle wave and build and grow to a crescendo. This ripple is going to turn into a tsunami, of enlightening energy, of awakening energy. Let's see where we're at here. This camera only records for 30 minutes and shuts off. So I want to keep this under 30 minutes to get this out to you today before tomorrow's major conjunction. So as Venus and Saturn come together in the sky, it may look like a massive star when the two energies merge. It's going to be very powerful if you can see it. If it's not cloudy, it's been very cloudy here in the Pacific Northwest, so we probably won't be able to see it, but you'll feel the energies that'll be coming in. And what this is going to do is going to expose those which have been hidden, the occult, not in so much in a negative way, but the masks are going to fall off to reveal people's true intent. People have a false persona on the internet, on these medias, these things that are pushing stupidity, I say ignorant things into reality, to keep people's consciousness low, to suppress people's mindset. You see, it's all about mindset. What do you believe? What do you feel about yourself? What do you feel about the world? We project that out. You see the internal mirrors, the external, and the external mirrors. The internal, they work together. It's like a two-way mirror, reflecting each other perfectly through the mind, through awareness and our perception. How we perceive the world is, what we believe we perceive. See, so we have to shift our belief system, what we think, how we feel, our emotions, not in a suppressed way. We express ourselves. This is authenticity. So this Venus, Saturn, as they come together, divine masculine, divine feminine, the waters, the fire, the yin with the yang come together. What this will do, this is going to empower you to be authentic, to speak from your heart, to live from your heart in Christ consciousness, the Christos Sophia consciousness, which is a true, real human being, being real with yourself, being real with your people, being real with your divine counterpart, your children, your family, your parents, whatever, whatever relationship. It's about communication, communicating how you feel, what you think, and not in a negative way. Obviously, if we have negative feelings, we must release these things in a positive way as best as we can. And there's no judgment here. Do not judge yourself. You feel what you feel. You are who you are. No one can suppress that. No one can change that. You came in on a mission. Your true nature is beyond all this physical manifestation, the simulation. Your true self is Buddha mind, an enlightened being of pure light, divine being. You are divinity. You see, most of the lies are to suppress that divinity. Most of the false propaganda and ideologies, religions, politics, it doesn't matter what it is. These religious zealots, these fundamentalists, they're all going to be exposed. And this conjunction tomorrow is going to help with that. Exposing those that don't have good intentions for their people, their tribe, whatever, their convent, the world. See, it all needs to come out. The skeletons need to come out of the closet to be able to heal from them. So we don't focus on these negative things. We experience them. We are the witness to them. We let them go, and we look inside ourselves. The kingdom of heaven is within you. The truth is within you. That's what I come here to teach, the truth of your true nature. At one with Source, God, Creator, whatever name you want to give, to the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, be it Allah, Yahweh, it doesn't matter. You're always going to see people out there on the internet and the world bashing any concept you come up with. Don't let people get to you. Just say, none of my business, what people think, believe. Most people don't know anything. You know this at this point, I don't mean to be pessimistic here, but it's true. Most people that in my life try to debate me. I asked them, what's the last book you read? Mad Magazine? What master have you trained with? That you don't need all these things if you're a good person. But people out there causing problems, they need some guidance. People out there that live in the ignorance of separation and duality and egotistical, self-importance or self-pity, either one. It's two different false aspects of the ego. The ego itself is neutral. We're not here to attack the ego either. The ego has its purpose and a higher purpose. The ego is part of the I am presence, the id, the identity. We don't become attached to the identity. That's part of the self-importance or self-pity. The shaman will say these are two different aspects of the false self. Our true self, our sacred self, is one with all beings and all life. It's the oneness of eternity. So on the 19th, we shift into the Aquarian energy, the water bearer. It's an air sign, but it's bearing the water. See, the air is the sacred space that holds all of reality. So we go into Aquarius, and then 29th, the new moon, we shift into the Lunar New Year of the snake, the serpent. That's my sacred condor's year. I'm the year of the ox. In Taurus, the bull. My sacred condor is Aries, the ram, the fire. I'm of the earth. I'm a grand earth trine. I came in 5/10, 1973. Mother's Day, the great mother to our Mayan people. You see, my friend Ileana Ramos from Guatemala would call me on my birthday and say, happy birthday. I said, how do you remember my birthday? She said, it's Mother's Day. I said, well, that changes every year. She goes, not to the Mayan people. It's always 5/10, 5 elements, 10 organs, Chinese medicine. Let's check the time here. Got a few more minutes. So really feel into this. Just be aware of this powerful conjunction. If you're feeling, weird energies. The veil is lifting. We're going to be seeing interdimensionally, and we already are seeing these things. The veil's getting thin through these final days of the Kali Yuga as we shift into the Satya Yuga in Hinduism. See the Satya Yuga. See Sri Yukteswar, my divine brother of the light, also came into this realm 510. More than 100 years ago, he's ascended. But of the Kriya Yoga lineage, he wrote an amazing book called Holy Science, where he saw, through interpretations, through mathematics, through physics, that we are entering the Satya Yuga. There's a lot of debates, in Hindu and scholars and all this stuff when this is going to happen. It's not for thousands of years, but he saw that we are entering this new golden age, and it's becoming very evident, although we're going through these final days of the chaotic node, so it doesn't seem very golden. You know what I'm saying? So just feel into this energy tomorrow as this ripple flows through. It might be very subtle. Feel into that subtle energy. I'm going to transmit an energy right now to all of you of the Red Phoenix lineage from Alshan Mountain, the Red Phoenix energy. This is the fire, but it is the cold fire, the white flame. So feel into the energy. Take some slow, deep breaths. Feel the white flame in your sacred heart center lighting up, blazing, blazing, blazing. The white flame merging with the violet flame, coming together. Let go, let go into the white fire. The still white magnetic light at the center of your pure presence. So take some time with the Phoenix energy of the divine feminine, of the holy fire, the cold fire. It's the cool, cold white mist of Avalon, of Shambhala, of Eden. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I want to thank you all very much. A lot of changes are coming, a lot of shifting energies. So through this time, we're very grateful for all of you that help us see us through. We're grateful, we're very thankful and appreciate all of our light workers that have come through for us in the last few months. It's been rough, with these changes, and many people are struggling financially, emotionally, energetically. So we appreciate, who you are, light workers that gave us extra over the last few months, helping us see us through until our divine dispensations come in. So if you could do us a huge favor, YouTube, I've been putting out, has been suppressing all of our videos and teachings and that. So if you could do us a big favor, share this video all over the internet, social media, help us out. They've been suppressing us, not only financially, but also in the views we're getting of putting it out, So it would help us sharing, leave a comment, if you want to help us continue bringing the daily transmissions. Many of you come to this channel. We put out a podcast every day on the New Earth energies and our New Earth scribe. So if the best way to help us, if you want us to help us continue, is through a Patreon pledge. We might have to make some changes. I'll let you know in the next month or two. I might have to shut down YouTube memberships because YouTube has been suppressing that too. They're keeping most of the money. So I'll let you know in the next 30 to 60 days. I might have to shut that down to help us get through these final days. So the best way, either through donation or to join us on Patreon, White Gold Eagle. If you'd like to help us with a donation, eaglelovecondor.com. We're very grateful for all of you that continue to support us. Some of you have supported us over the last 6-7 years, and we're very grateful. And thank you to our new patrons and pledges and donations. We couldn't be doing this work without you, because of all the suppression. You're seeing many of our people leaving YouTube, so I'm going to try to do my best to keep putting them out to YouTube, but I might have to make some minor changes, and potentially if things get worse, financially and energetically, we'll see over the next we really see some major positive things coming in over the next several months. So let us hold the vision, hold the line of our abundance, of our divine dispensation as we lift each other into this new golden age of abundance, of prosperity, of perfect health, perfect wealth. All these new technologies are going to be coming out, and our divine dispensations. There's going to be a huge jubilee, that jubilee, and then a great transfer of wealth to our humanitarians. So we'll potentially put out some videos on that in the next few weeks, hopefully. Time allotted. Most of my time daily goes to creating the daily podcasts, accumulating the information throughout the day. It takes me all day to compile the information, and then in the evening I record. Information comes to me all day from our newer scribes. I get it from many different places and locations, and put it together to put out our daily transmission. So that takes up most of my day and time. And then when I get a free minute, I'll put out a video like this, and let me know in the comments below if you want me to put out more videos like this, or just stick with the daily transmissions and whatnot. So thank you all very much. I appreciate you all. Now, those of us in our YouTube memberships, you see, YouTube was they claimed to the creators that they would help us build the membership channel, but what they've been doing is suppressing us horribly over the last few months, and many creators are experiencing the same thing. It's not just me. So many of our people, you've seen many of our people leave these social media sites and YouTubes and whatnot because of this intense, this suppression that they're doing to our people, and minimizing who's seeing our stuff and all our hard work. I've been on YouTube 15 years. I have over 5,000 videos, and I'm getting less views now than when at 40,000 subscribers and I did at 10. So it's becoming very challenging to get our work out there, and very challenging to keep these things going. So we appreciate you all, and we'll let you know we're not shutting down, but if things don't turn around in the next 30, 60 days, the first thing I'll have to do is shut down YouTube memberships and just have the Patreon memberships and donations. So thank you all very much. I'll let you know in the next 30 to 60 days. There's going to be some new changes too, some things that we add to Patreon. My Sacred Condor does her weekly New Earth Ascension transmission and astrology reading. I do guided teachings, practices, meditations, healing arts, and also at the end of the month we do a remote distance healing, Reiki, prana, chi ceremony. This isn't recorded or on video. It's a distance healing, remote. So we put that on Patreon at the end of every month and let you know the day, so you can sign up for $5 a month to get the weekly transmissions and the healing and other teachings. All are past. I have about 100 teachings or different tiers where you can get different teachings and art. So whitegoldeagle.com for that. Have a most beautiful, blessed day. We appreciate you all. We're grateful for each and every one of you, and we send you so much love, blessings, and bliss in the light. A'ho.